Hello, this is Bob Jackson. I'm the educational liaison for the PRISM project here at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. I have been doing informational videos on Moodle applications. This will be one on another quiz question type. Okay, the quiz question type that I'm going to do is going to be a drag and drop to image. Okay, and actually using images to drag. Okay, there are a variety of the drag and drop questions that you can do. They can be very unique questions, and they truly make you a author of questions, and particularly questions that you can take to a little bit higher level than typically possible on assessments. Okay, because you can bring in your own images. You can bring in images of actual, if you're a science teacher, of things that you've done in the lab, and then have students actually label things that you have actually done, and I like it. Okay, but let me back up just a little bit on the fact that if this is your first time watching one of my videos, let you know that there are a series of these videos on Moodle applications, and I want to show you where they're at. Okay, if you come to the PRISM page, okay, and you go over to Help and Extras, okay, it doesn't matter whether you log in or not, you'll see this. There's a block over here that says Help and Extras. Click on Videos and Tutorials, then you will see here are each of the different informational videos I've done. Most all of them are on Moodle applications and things, activities, and resources you can add to your Moodle courses, and then each of the different question types that you can create and put into your assessments. Okay, so that's where they're at. Please view any and all of them that you want, and I will also let you know that we are very willing to take some videos from you that you've made on some Moodle, some pedagogy or tools or things that you do on Moodle that are unique and you found very effective with your classes. We'd love for you to share your ideas. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I'm going to go back to my chemistry course. I like working off a chemistry course since I was a chemistry teacher. Okay, and I'm going to show you the drag and drop question and how to create one. Okay, so I'm going to come down. I'm going to go to the quiz activity that I've created, okay, that I'm going to add questions to. Now, if you don't do it this way, you can go to your question bank and create questions and then upload them at any point, or put them into any of your quizzes. And the way you go to your question banks, if you have the boost theme, if you're looking at a menu like this on your course, and your middle courses in the boost theme, you'll find your question banks here, where you go down and you click on questions, and this is where you get into your question banks and where you can create questions, adding them to the different categories of questions that you have. Okay, now then, if you don't have the boost theme, where you will find this is in a menu over here on the left called administration, an administration block. If you'll scroll down through it, you'll find question bank that you can click on. It might just say questions, but if you click on it, then it will take you to the question bank. Okay, now then, what I'm actually doing is adding it to a quiz activity directly. Okay, so I come down in my course here, I have quiz activity. Okay, now then, this is if you created a quiz activity, you're going to add a question to it. Okay, now if you've already added some questions to it and you're coming back, you're going to see it says preview quiz now. Okay, whereas the very first time you've created a quiz activity and you haven't put any question, it'll say add questions here. Okay, if you come to this to find how you put the questions in, you come over to the edit icon over here, the gear, and you're not going to click on edit settings, you're going to click on edit quiz, and then there you'll see you get to your question bank that's in your quiz. Okay, and then you can click on either of these add buttons over here to add a question. It will add it in wherever that add button is. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom one, click on it, add new question, and then I am going to go to the drag and drop questions down here. Okay, you'll see there are different versions of drag and drop into text, drag and drop markers, and drag and drop onto image. I'm going to do the image one with this video. Okay, so I'm clicking on it, clicking add, and now then I am into the settings for this question type and how you will go about setting it up. Okay, first thing you want to do is be sure and select the category questions you want to put it in. If you're just now for the first time making up questions, then it's going to default right to the course that you're on. If you have multiple courses on Moodle, you're going to have different categories of questions. So you want to make sure that you're putting the question into the correct category that you want. So you keep your questions organized, you can access them and put them in quizzes in the future rather than have to make up questions all the time. Okay, question name, this is where you throw in a name here. This can also help give you organization for your questions in the categories. Like you could put the unit here, like this is actually a question I'm going to use just because I've seen it was a good one. It's going to be biology. I could say genetics 1.1. Okay, here, and then that'll put it in the category of questions as an identifier for you. Okay, so now then, like I said, I'm going to use a biology question just because it's an easy one for me to come up with an image for that I think would be familiar to a lot of people that teach biology. Okay, so I'm going to get my question. Okay, and I'm going to put it here in the question text box. Okay, now then, that's my question. This is a genetics question where it says brown eyes are found to be dominant over blue eyes, and I'm going to do a Punnett square and where they do a genetic cross. Okay, now then, you're going to be working with the image. Now you're not going to be, like if you watch some of my other videos, you can put in images through this link here, you can copy and paste images. You're not going to put the image in the question text box. Your image is going to come down here where it says background image. You know, here the background image means that's the image you're going to drag and drop items to. So your image that you're going to use, you're going to put here. So I'll just go ahead and go down here and get it. I've got a image saved that I'm going to use. Okay, and which it's just in one of my files. You can drag and drop them in here. Okay, here's my image here, and then I'm going to, I was starting to drag it. Okay, once you've opened this, you can't drag it. Okay, now then I upload this file, and now then, you see the image come down here. It doesn't go in the bottom. You'll see this here, the file there, but you'll see your image down here. Now then, this will take some playing around with to get the image the size that you want. You do want the image the size you want before you bring it in. Okay, so that does take a little bit of practice, and the only way you'll be able to see that is doing it. Okay, playing around with your image until you get them the right size, but you want to get them sized before you bring them in. Okay, now then, I want to go back up here and make sure I've got everything, got my question. However many points you're going to make it worth. Like I'd make this as a problem, so I'd probably make it worth 5 points. You're going to put your point value for your question here. Okay, feedback. This is where you give students feedback after they've taken the exam or quiz or whatever you make it be. Now, whether it's deferred feedback or not will be determined whether you select that on the quiz activity itself. ID number. This is where you can give each one of your questions. You can number them so they're numbered in your categories. I don't know many teachers using them, but this was added at some point in the last few years. Okay, to Moodle. Okay, and then you're going to come down and you're going to get your draggable items. Okay, now then, you got a choice between draggable images or you can just put text in. If you select text, you're going to be typing words in. I'm actually going to use draggable images, so I'll make sure I have draggable images on each one of these down here, and however many draggable images you're going to have. I'm going to have actually 3 of them. Okay, now then, well, no, 4. Okay, on this because I got 4 boxes here that I'm going to fill in. Okay, so now then, what you're going to do then is choose your file just like you did before whenever you're doing draggable images. You're going to choose a file, or you can drag and drop them in here too. Okay, I'm going to choose a file because I got them right there in the where I had the other. Okay, I'm going to go that one, upload the file, I got it there. Then I'm going to go down to my next draggable item and get it. Okay, and then I got one more that's big B, little b, and then big B, little b, the hybrid. Okay, and then actually on the cross I need 4, so I need another. Usually if you click on that arrow there, it'll do the same as if you click up there. Okay, and then I need another one of these. Okay, now then, that's all I need for this. If you need more, then you've got blanks for more, and you can even add more than that. Okay, so I've got my image, then I gotta have what I'm gonna be dragging as my answers I've put in. Okay, now on this one it is images that I'm dragging. They're not going to show up just yet. They'll show up here in a minute. Okay, you can do text where you'd be dragging text answers in. Okay, and I can actually show that on another question type. Okay, you want to shuffle the drag items each time the question is attempted. So if you have them listed down below the image for them to drag them, it'll shuffle them around between attempts if you give them multiple attempts or every student seeing it different. Okay, then I want to go down to drop zones. Okay, now then, you want to go here and you're going to go draggable item here. You're going to go big B, then it doesn't matter which order these are done in. Okay, and then I'm getting each one of them. I need another big B, little b. Okay, now then, these can, if you're not going to use them, they're going to be blank because all I need is 4. Okay, now then, I got 4 answers, so I got 4 that I filled up down there. Now then, you're going to see here these images, your draggable images are here. You're going to take and you're going to make the right answers. Okay, so you're going to go there. I'm going to go little b there, big B, little b there, and a big B there. Okay, now then, that's where you've drugged them in place where they go for a correct answer. And you will see down here that it filled in these boxes. It gives coordinates for where those answers should lie in the right answer on the image. Okay, so now then, that completes that. Now there's one more thing that I like to use that I skipped across. Now then, you see I put those in there. Now I can go unlimited, 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 and I like this because what it'll do is it will leave these answers down below the image. Okay, or beside the image. It can put them at times according to the size of the image. Okay, and you'll see the best way to show you is when we actually do the problem. Okay, if you don't select unlimited, it will each time you drag one up, it takes it away from the spot that it was lying at. I'll show you. Okay, I've got everything filled in. Combined feedback, you can give feedback here for right and wrong answers. Okay, multiple tries, if you give multiple tries and multiple attempts, this gives where you can set what penalty they get for each wrong answer. So if they do it the first time and they're going a second attempt at it, then they're losing 33 1/3% each try. Okay, so 3 tries, they're pretty well done. Okay, I'm going to save changes. Okay, I got my question made. Here it is. Now I'm going to preview it. Okay, if you want to preview your question, you click here and you'll see it. Now then, this is my question as the students would see it, as the drag and drop. Now then, I was saying I click the unlimited uses, because watch what happens here. I can take this up here, go there, take this, go there, and see they're not disappearing here. If I did not select unlimited, then maybe for lower level classes you can have them disappear from down here, and then they know they've got all their answers drug up. I like this for more accelerated class because it's not telling them whether they've got them all done or not, okay, or all correct in any kind of way. Okay, so now then that's it. I've answered that question. Okay, these are still populated down here, so they don't know, you know, it's not telling them more information. Whereas if you didn't select unlimited, then when I drug big B up here and big B, little b up here, those would no longer be there and I have all my choices made. Okay, so it makes it more of a multiple guess. Okay, I like this. Okay, anyway, that wraps up this question type. You can go back into each one of them to edit if you don't like something about it, just by clicking on the edit icon there, and you can go back in and change anything that you need to. Okay, that's a drag and drop to image with images type of question. It's just one more type of question that you can use on Moodle. If you have questions or feedback on this informational video, please let me know, and I'd also like to see some of your guys' video informational videos on some of the things you do. Have a good week at school, and thank you.